Hey guys, how's it going? And today's topic directly ties in with the artwork that I'm working on, and there are a couple of themes regarding this artwork that I'll be discussing in today's video. So let's get right into it. Now, as you can see in this art piece, this is the main character is a girl who is holding hands with a reflection. There's usually a stereotype or a trope that's usually used a lot in horror movies or some thriller, mystery, supernatural type of TV shows or media where there's a reflection and this reflection is evil. It wants to replace you or it wants to drag you into their world, and their world is quite chaotic. So I wanted to put a positive spin on that trope because I like challenging stereotypical ideas or tropes that are pretty well formed. I like putting a new spin on that. So in this artwork, instead of the reflection being evil, I played on the idea that your reflection is supportive, because your reflection is basically you, and if you're a good person, your reflection will also be just that, and your reflection supports you because it's identical to you. And that's the theme that really plays into the second point of this artwork, which is the main topic of this artwork, which is self-love. These days everything is just so stressful. It's hard for people to focus on themselves or think about their feelings or what kind of thoughts they have, why are they feeling the way they are feeling a certain way. Self reflection usually does not get as much time as one should give it. So it's very easy to lose focus with your self. It's very easy to lose connection with yourself and what you think are and what your values are, what your principles are. And when this happens, slowly we start to lose touch with ourselves, and we don't realize what our good qualities are and what our flaws are. We are unable to evaluate it accurately, and that results in us just thinking very low of ourselves, that we are not as good as others, we're not as talented as others, we don't work hard as others do, everyone else is having amazing life and I'm not having it because it's my fault. These kinds of thoughts are very popular and easy to have these days in the fast paced lifestyle we're having. So in these times it's very important to focus on yourself and work on self love, and to be in touch with yourself and how you are feeling, what kind of thoughts you're having. It's important to evaluate these things, because as life gets more and more stressful with each passing day, it's we are what we have with ourselves, the connection with ourselves is the most important connection these days. If you're confident in yourself, there's nothing that can get you, there's nothing that can bring you down. So if you're content with yourself, if you're confident with yourself, if you know what your flaws are and if you know what your qualities are, you have a right amount of idea of it. So you won't be able to get confused a lot or feel inadequate a lot, because if anyone tries to put you down unnecessarily, or instead of constructive criticism they're giving you a hateful comment, you'll be able to know that this is just pure hate. There's nothing logical behind it, because you already know about yourself, you evaluate it. Or even if a constructive criticism is there, you know that if it's something that you're lacking in, you know that that person is saying what they're saying, they have some substance to it, and if they have a valuable suggestion, you can use that to work on yourself and get better on whichever part you're lacking. So self-love is important for these things. If you're not confident about yourself, you won't be able to realize who to listen to and who not to listen to. You'll be caught up in a lot of confusion and the chaos that there is in the world right now. So that's the main theme of this artwork: self-love and supporting yourself. And the third thing is the reason I chose this girl in such a fancy dress. and she looks like she's just all dolled up and about to maybe present a concert or something. She looks like she's present for something. So one other interpretation for that could also be that if you're someone who has stage fright or is not very confident in presenting yourself to in front of a huge crowd before going in front of the people, it's like this girl is just gathering her thoughts with herself and just encouraging herself that everything's going to be okay. Whatever she's going to do, she's going to do it perfectly. So it can be a physical representation of that kind of thought process, which is also another form of self-love, I would say. Encouraging yourself and telling yourself that even if it's difficult now, with practice and with hard work, whatever it is, you can do this, you can overcome this. So that's another side point from the branching out of the main point, that is self-love. And last point, that is, as I said, this person, she looks like she's dressed up for something. So, and a lot of people could say that why didn't you draw a simple character or a simpler person in casual clothes or something. And I think I didn't think about it a lot when I began drawing it, but I think I subconsciously chose this girl is because of the trope that we see a lot in TV shows or in movies about the superficial girl who is too invested in her looks and does not care about anything else. She's shown to be just about her looks. For example, in high school dramas, there's a cheerleader girl who seems to be very evil, and whoever does not look like her or is not fashionable like her, she bullies those people. So I wanted to play on that trope as well, try to just put a spin on it and just show that this girl who just loves dressing up, who loves looking good on the outside, she also has a lot of values on the inside. She has a lot of thoughtfulness to her. She thinks about herself in a healthy way, and she likes to just gather her thoughts a lot. She is self-reflective a lot. She's not all about looks, and she has a depth to her. So that's another trope that I wanted to play on. And let me know, guys, what you think of this art piece. It's a little different from I usually do. It does not fit in with the two themes that I'm usually working on. It's separate from all those two things. It's an original artwork. The character is mine. It's not a fan art. So let me know, guys, what you think of this, or the ideas that I have put behind this artwork, or anything you just want to say about any of the things discussed, or just anything at all. Let me know. And please check out the featured artists. Commissions are open, so if you want me to draw something for you, all my social links are available in the description. Please give this video a like. Please subscribe, because I post videos every week around the same time. And that's it on this topic, guys. Bye.